Hello viewers, Sriram Kumar here. I have Yashwanth in front of me. Of course, Yashwanth Kumar. Sriram Kumar with
Yeah,
Yashwanth Kumar.
yeah.
Yashwanth Kumar cleared PMP on 26th April. What is the date today?
28th. Oh, it was
Ah,
27th early morning actually. Uh,
just like hardly 24, 30
20,
hours back.
yeah,
So still I can see his eyes are slightly bubbling. Oh man, I need some more sleep.
yeah, yeah.
Right. But
Definitely,
again,
Sridhar. Yeah.
yeah, it's a great achievement. Quickly, I'll bring up his certificate, then we'll go with
Sure,
Yashwant.
sure.
Here it's certificate here, 26th April. He was literally waiting to see this orange certificate in his LinkedIn. So, first of all, great congratulations, Yashwant, for this great achievement. Good wishes
You.
from ShriLearning team and from myself. Happy to have you here.
Thank you, Shriram. And I should say that, as we see in a tradition, like, thank you, Guruji. You have been my Guruji, so I really want to thank you for all your support. And it would
Okay,
be very,
thanks.
very less words in terms of, if I start saying, probably you need a full day. But
Oh my God.
it really
That's
means a lot. It really means a
That's
lot. Uh,
that's much. That's much, Ashwant. Ashwant, I know you are so much happy. At the same time, you know what? As an institute, as a coach, I'm able to push some percentage. Beyond that, there is the person who's preparing has to take the effort. In internet, if you go, there are tips and tricks how to
yeah,
crack in 10 days, how to eat and read, how to walk and read. A lot of grassroots are there,
yeah.
but end of day, somebody has to take the book and read, right?
Correct, correct.
So
You're right.
you may be the greatest coach in the world, but the person should prepare, right? If if not, whoever you are, nothing will work. So
Yeah.
maybe I would have added 1 or 2% in your 100%, but the 98% goes to the effort on your side and the willingness to go for it. That's very important, right? I used to always tell that you can take the horse to the river, but a horse has to drink the water. You cannot make it to drink, right? So
Yeah,
it
sure.
won't work. So I don't believe on this great coach stuff happening over all of the internet. It won't work until Yashwant want to read. It won't work, right?
No, that's you're right, Sriram. That's definitely right. But just one point I want to make here, like there are few courses which the moment you know about it, you start loving that courses, and there are few faculties whom you attend the classes and you get uh, cleared the exam in the first attempt. But there are very few faculties where after listening to the classes and everything, you wanted to be a faculty. That's I'm in the third phase because
Okay.
of you, and I treat you in the third phase actually because I there is every bit of the classes or the video recordings and everything. I feel like I forgot about PMP, RN certificate, everything. I want to be in a forum like this and talk like this person. That was the other motivation which I was constantly getting through, and it was
Nice.
really amazing
Nice.
experience. Yeah,
That's good. That's interesting. I like this part.
yeah,
We want more people in the society who talk the well-being for others. Right? That's very important. I keep telling that it's not only ourselves winning money and run away. It should be
yeah,
like
absolutely.
everybody has to win. That's important.
Yeah, I think a faculty if faculty has to be the person who teaches their experiences. I think not the book. So and you are somebody who I think at first initial class I really felt that what is this guy teaching? Am I in the Pimbo class or in a psychology class? But the moment I started preparing for the PMP, that's when I visited your recordings about the vision and consistency and how do you motivate yourself. And I was watching all those things actually. So
Okay, you're
yeah,
spoiled by psychology now.
no,
Okay,
not really.
great.
Thanks.
Great. Good to know. Good to know. So first thing, good there. And how much your parents and sorry, your family members all around at the home? I know you're at Pune. You're not at your
Yes,
home, Hyderabad. So how is your family support for this exam preparation?
I think that has to be the highest paramount where anybody can get. Uh,
Yeah.
whatever family do, whether it is positive or negative, you actually take it as positive. The only option we have. There were instances where, as you rightly mentioned, my kid used to come into the, and they were.
Yeah.
And for me, the situation was I moved to Pune. It's work from home for the last 1 year actually, and I was
Mhm.
away from Pune last 6 months. So I
Oh.
came to Pune only because to get some peace of mind, get this certification done, and only decided to go back when I get this certification done. So
Wow.
I brought I'm the only child from my parents, so I have my parents had to travel with me, my
Uh-huh.
kids, and since
Everybody's here.
April, everybody's here. And since April 15th, there's a lockdown. My kids are not even stepping out of the apartment. So uh, and staying inside and not being able to shout and walk and cycle inside. So it's very tough. So
Look at these kids, man. So poor they are. Okay. Already they are spoiled by television and mobile. Now with this COVID stuff, they can't go out and play. I don't know
yeah.
how much it's going to impact their mindset very badly. I'm feeling bad about it. Okay, anyway, things will change. Let's think positive.
Yeah.
And again, coming to your domain. So, which domain you work? What's your nature of job?
Yes, I am working as a senior project engineer for GE Oil and Gas,
Wow,
which is now known as Baker Hughes because of the merger is happening. So I've been associated with this company for almost 12 and a half years now.
wow,
Uh,
long journey. Loyal,
yeah,
loyal employee.
yeah, I'm not changing the company, so the company keeps changing its names. You know, G it was G, and now it's Baker Hughes. I don't know what will happen. So so that
Man,
was
you are in oil and gas, the black gold. Okay, liquid.
yeah. Yeah, and that gold was peanuts a few years back. So, uh,
I understand.
my domain has always been in the project side, like
Right.
of being a front end to the customer in terms of dealing any technical issues, resolutions, and working seamlessly with all the cross function across the horizontal. So
Hmm.
that was my gut feeling where I felt that I'm very closely associated with the project engineer, project management, and
Hmm.
this is something which is the next level of goal which I should take into.
Got you. Got you. Nice. So how do you see this? I know oil and gas is a kind of project happening hundreds of years. Okay, it's not new, hundreds of years. So they may have a methodology format followed for a long time. Definitely they would have adopted a project management or a Prince to you name it. They'll call everything. So now the trend is more towards touching base on the agile and hybrid model in this exam specifically in 2021. Did you feel that it was a little alien for you, or you're able to catch up?
Absolutely. I think the moment I actually attempted my exam on December 23rd,
Mm.
first attempt, and you told me not to attend, but I still deviated from the route, and I said no matter what happens, just
Go.
go with the exam, and as a result, I was lost. Uh,
I was
and
worried. I was worried when you went into exam. It's not about the money, the moral, right? That will hit back. But you said I will come back again.
yeah. So, and exactly 1 month after, I was attending the first class of yours in the first PMP batch, January 23rd, and that that one was agile. When I started learning about agile, I didn't heard about agile anywhere. I know few that there is a concept called agile, but never come across. But when I started listening to your classes, I really felt agile. Other word of agile is common sense. Like this. I'm very sorry for using this word, but that's what I felt. The best way
You're
to
right.
learn.
You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
because these are some things which I'm doing every day I'm doing, and throughout my course preparation has been agile format only. Like you do
Right.
retrospectives, you do procurement, you do feedback, stakeholders management,
Man.
and all of those things. So
You,
that
you're
that
you're ready for IT company.
that was my initial goal for the PMP certification was like I obviously, to be frank, that was for the job betterment or going to the higher levels in the existing organization. But
Right.
once I failed the 23rd December exam, it was purely a revenge act. Actually, kind of. I no, I cannot fail this. I cannot fail. I have to get it. So and probably that was a very nice experience, Sriram, because
Mm.
this is, as you rightly pointed out in all your classes, this has been a lifestyle experience for me, lifestyle
Mm.
change experience.
Mm.
I've
Mm.
started doing so many things which I've never done earlier. Like I started exercising daily, which you mentioned, and and I started doing removing all those things which I'm very comfortable, like right from food habits. Like I stopped eating rice, and not because I'm going to gain some health conscious or nothing, but I just wanted to make myself feel, am I out of my comfort zone or not? Because in your laptop you used to have this. screensaver, like your life begins where comfort ends. Okay, let me try out, stop all the things which I feel are comfortable, and I stopped everything. So, and
Wow.
that's become a habit now, actually. So,
Right. That's good, man. Classes are helping you PMP plus
no,
fitness program.
no, absolutely. I think that's why I'm saying, ShriLearning is I would not say that only for PMP, but overall personality development. For me, I had this experience, so I can
I have
very
few
closely
people.
connect. Yeah.
Thanks, Yashwanth. I have few people who stopped watching television and they said, okay, no more television. Shriram, I found without television, I save a lot of time. It's okay. It's all about the lifestyle. I keep telling that result is one portion. In the process of attaining the result, we travel a journey. That journey will remember lifelong. That's very important, right? Great. Super. Now let's go to the main game. So this exam is a Proctor or center based.
Mine is a Proctor, Sriram,
Hmm.
because I was, as is mentioned in my web chat also, I was not a big fan of a Proctor because of all the uncertainties which we have. But
Right.
but I think God made sure that I again follow the non-comfort zone here. So uh, I, because of the lockdown, I had to postpone twice, and one time I had to again postpone because of my scores were not good.
Right.
So I had to
Right.
go with Proctor based exam, and a lot of challenges in the Proctor based exam, not during the exam, but
Ah,
setting all those things up. I suddenly had to realize that I don't have a wired connection for my Wi-Fi. So I called this guy in the lockdown period. He came and fixed it. I
ah.
realized that I don't have a power backup. I don't know how to manage, and I contacted my neighbors and I took a wire from there, so just for extension board, which will support my Wi-Fi connection.
From their home, there is a wire.
Yeah, actually, our balconies crossover. So I told him that I need it for one night. Actually, I took my
Okay.
exam at 3 o'clock at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Morning hours. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and finally, I think who dares wins, like it appears true in my case. And I was ready for all the challenges, and I didn't have a single challenge during the exam. So if you are well prepared, one first advice is, like, if you're all the guys, if you're well prepared with all your infrastructure, there is absolutely no reason to go to center base. You can very well happily take it from the
Yeah.
your home
Well
itself.
said.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. So you have a lot of stakeholders in this exam. The balcony stakeholder, KPI
Absolutely.
stakeholder.
My risk register was, even during the project closure, I was adding. So that's how it was.
Okay. So after all this struggle, after all this preparation, when you see from 5,000 feet high, how do you see this exam? Was it, yes, it's okay to go, or man, you need more effort? What do you feel?
No, definitely, Sriram. I think this is a must, because for anybody who is associated to any part of the project life cycle, I think they have to gain this experience, because I'm from the same domain, and I know I was very closely relating myself to different phases, even from the earlier version of the PMBOK, where you have initiating, planning, and everything. So I see where is my work and my organization lacking, and it straight away it started implementing on my day-to-day work, actually, because
Mm.
the way I'm dealing with my cross-functional teams, at the way I'm dealing with the conflict management, which you often occurs, and
Yeah.
the way you are prioritizing your request, because mine is more of a predictive, very less of an agile. I would say 0% of an agile, because we deal with a component which is 8 months or 10 months away on the lead time. So
Mm.
that's how it is, and I think it's a, I would say, for anybody is willing or is already working, it's an enlightenment course. There
Mm.
are a
Mm.
lot of practices which were proven wrong after I started preparing for this exam. The way I was practicing in my office, that proved to be this definitely helped. Actually, definitely it will have a lot of impact on your regular work.
Perfectly said. I many times feel that after I prepared my course and exam, I thought everybody who look into management or leadership, at least once they go through this program. Sometimes I used to feel that this should be part of a college curriculum where they should get an idea how to manage things on time, handling risk, right?
Yes,
So this should be a, second nature for everybody, students level. So there may
yes.
be any field. any sort of job, if they know how can be very high with quality, handling people effectively, and this is very common, right? It's anybody should learn it. I sometimes feel that it should be part of it, but
Yes,
again, PMP is
yes.
a brand which does it.
And
Super.
you mentioned it in one of your class as well, that going forward, don't be surprised if PMI, if all organizations make mandatory for the PMP, not only for the project managers but for the other team members, how to deal with the project management.
Sure, sure. It maybe I many times being I'm a delivery manager, I keep telling my all my resources around me, guys, at least read once. You
Yeah.
fail the exam, it's okay. I don't bother. At least go and read it. At least you know
Yes.
there is something
Yes.
called people management is there, right?
Yes.
That's very
Absolutely.
important. Fine, super. So
Yeah.
now, when you go to the exam point, how was it the time management? Because I know you did 200 questions exam, 4 hours of duration. That was a different mindset. Now this is 180 questions, 3 segments. Were you able to manage your time efficiently?
Um, no, Sriram. Actually, I had a lot of challenges initially.
Mhm.
What happened was the first 60 questions I took almost 87 minutes.
Hmm.
87, and that was the toughest part. And the second phase of the 60 questions, I was actually able to make it around 65 minutes or something like that.
Pretty fast.
And for I think, yeah, not 65, I think it was almost 70. And then
Right.
I remember that last phase, when I started the exam, 60 questions, I only had 62 minutes last phase. And
Okay.
and and made sure that within 40 seconds I closed it. I
Wow.
ended the exam.
Last
So
40 seconds you clicked
last
it.
40 seconds, yeah, yeah. And one of the main reason I would say, like, the success stories. I mentioned this in the group as well. Like, I've been following all your success stories right from almost an year now. Uh, uh, and and the last one which I saw was Nag, I think, from USA. He was also mentioning, and not only there are some pretty crazy stuff happening outside, which normally we don't experience. One of the guy was taking exam from the cupboard, and 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 one of the guy was having a very personal challenges. I think he was my study partner as well, Sadashiv Patil. um,
Right.
and Nag also experienced, I was not sure whether I was, he done almost 2000 questions, but on the 180 question, he was still not sure whether he will pass or not. And I could relate. Every question I would see, I was recollecting all the names, right from Deep Gandhi, Sadashiv, Nag, Mani, Soumya, and everybody. So
Hey, Yashwant,
yeah,
more than PMP keywords, you remember all the success story names.
no, no, all of them are part of the same group. So I've been following
Yeah.
them for
All
every
our
day,
friends there.
every day. So, and finally, the first 60 phase questions, Sriram, I was feeling very, very tough actually. And that's why,
Hmm.
as you keep saying in all your meetings, that don't worry if it takes 90 minutes also, 90 minutes also. My target was only 70 minutes, but still I pushed it up to 87, and
Hmm.
I wasn't sure. I completely wasn't sure what is happening, and I followed all the protocols.
Hmm.
Whatever you said, you are like my GPS. I know, I put the destination PMP certificate orange, and you took me there. In between, I tried to be smart and do another go, but you again pulled me back into the same group. That's how smart you were. And you did mention that not to practice any exams after uh, within last 1 week. Don't do any. 4 is enough, not more than. But I actually went on doing almost 2000 questions actually. Um,
Wow.
so last 1 week, except the last 1.5 week, except the last 2 days, I was doing every day one mock. So
Wow, wow, wow. What
every,
energy, man. Huh? You have
yeah,
extra protein.
no, no, that's my routine actually. I applied leave 1 week, fully leave,
Nice, nice.
Saturday, Sunday, and another Saturday, Sunday. So this was the first time in almost 12 years now. I haven't checked my emails in the 1 week.
Oh,
So
oh,
so
oh.
that's how that helped.
Is your management aware that you're doing PMP?
No, they weren't aware. Now today only they came to know. And I also came to know that my manager was also trying to get this PMP certified. So last, I recommended him that, get this thing joined. He's from Ireland, actually. He lives in Ireland. So I told, he was asking me.
I used
Yeah.
to tell in the classes when the first day we meet, hundreds of people in the camp.
Yes, yes.
Check out any other manager here.
I was watching it. I was watching it. Not manager, at least my colleagues and everything. But fortunately, I didn't
Nobody
get
was there.
anybody. Yeah. But that's
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So usually, Yashwanth, what I feel is not only for you, all the viewers watching this program, PMP exams, as they have 3 segments now, as Yashwanth rightly said, it took 87 minutes. So don't put pressure yourself. The first 60 questions, give 90 minutes. It's okay. Because the first 60, right, it's like a first day in college. It's the first day you drive the bicycle. It's the first day you learn the swimming. The first day you're going to propose a girl or a boy. The nervousness will be there. Okay, don't try to be so mechanical. It won't work. Allow the brain. Okay, as you know the psychology, allow the brain. Let the brain go on its own by 90 minutes. Even you go 95 minutes, okay. You can see the Jadeja last over 37 runs. So it's possible. You have the possibility. You have to sometimes like MS Dhoni or Cristiano Ronaldo. You have to wait till the last minute to hit the goal. Wait, things will come. So don't be urgent. In urgency, what will happen is we'll start doing more mistakes. Right? That happens. But easy to say, hard to do.
hard. Yeah. That's you're absolutely right, Sriram. I think I I was as I said, everybody whom I've been observing were virtually with me, like while I was doing the exam. And I remember you said me that in the WhatsApp chat, stay strong, you are close to win. I was repeating that, okay, don't worry, okay, stay strong,
Just
you'll
win,
win, you'll
just
win.
win.
Yeah. So that really helped actually.
Nice. I like the determination you had, you don't shy out of what happened and then you come back and bounce back. Bounce back is a good nature. I like this with the leadership because leadership is not always success, man. Every day it's not success. Even now, today I had a hard day. So I didn't even trim properly to come for the interview. So it's a hard day at office. So, right. You won't be always will be happy day. Someday they'll punch you on the nose, it'll bleed out. It's okay. Wipe it and go next day. Next question. Come on.
Yeah.
Right? That's all about leadership. Fantastic, Yashwanth. Great. So now on the subject wise, did you find any mathematics or formula oriented? How was it for you?
No, Sriram. I would say there were zero mathematical I hardly need. I would never needed. I never needed a calculator, and not
Mm,
even had to calculate something which in my mind. It was
mm,
very simple, as like they say, CPI is 1.1. What do you
uh-huh,
do? Whether do you
uh-huh.
increase the schedule or cost, schedule baseline or cost
That's it.
baseline, something like that. You need to
That
know that what does 1.1 means or point 0.9 means. That's all.
Oh, that's it. So nice, right? So it's totally PMI. What I feel last 3 months, they're totally coming away from this calculations. And how about the critical path? Early start, early finish?
No.
Nothing.
There was questions on the concept wise, like which precedence diagram, like what would you use in terms of when you're working on a schedule, how do you come about the best schedule, like whether you'll use uh, PDM or any other tool. There were multiple options,
That's
and
it. That's it.
that's all. That's
They
all.
didn't go deep inside what is early start, early finish, late start.
No, that was not.
I
Yeah,
think there is kill of
that's
time going forward. Going forward, probably I think slowly you have to remove that part in the preparation itself. It's a kill of time, right? It takes a chunk of time.
yes, and coming from the previous year of the PMBOK version, I was more focusing on the formulas part of it, but Prepcast guys doesn't seem to have following the PMI at least until now, because they give a lot of questions still so I was forced to do that analysis and do
Yeah, they
that.
too follow control C, control V count.
Okay.
They are doing it, and I see a lot of simulators. Still, they're copying the
Yeah.
previous question. Even the Rita book, if you go, there'll be a lot of explanation about
Yes.
this
The
unwanted area
formulas.
explanation will be there. Actually, not needed. I feel probably viewers who are watching this or upcoming students, I have to tell them that remove the calculation part. Use this time for concept learning. Let's come out of the
Yes.
calculations. That's a message. Good, Yashwant. I got it. Got it. And any other area you want to tell that this area focus more? As a lot of questions are drilling down.
I think definitely integration management. I could straight away feel that they are stressing more and more on the integration part of it. Like
Oh.
as a stakeholder word, I've seen it multiple times. Like
Uh-huh.
almost I cannot count, but it was the most word which was appearing in every question. Some form, even that the process questions might be from any other process, but they keep revolving around the stakeholder management only. So that
Oh,
was one thing. Yeah, that was, and resources as well, and resource management, conflict management,
yeah,
and
yeah. If you watch out, 42% of the questions are based on people. The
yes,
moment you say the people, stakeholder the superset and resources are subset. So definitely questions will be around that.
yes,
Hmm.
and one lucky part for me was I was scoring very well. I think on the stakeholder and on the resource management all through my my prepcast and Rita chapter wise test also. So I was always above 70 plus for the chapter. When I do the analysis for the research manager, I was always doing above 70%.
Right, right.
So,
Okay. Okay, you're good. You're good. See, I found you're pretty consistent in what you do. So there is no surprises from your side. Okay, pretty good. Super. Good to know. So happy to know about your Proctor exam. Happy to know about your exam, a
yeah,
question model you attended, and no math questions. Questions more of integration, resources, stakeholder, pretty high.
yeah.
And that's interesting. How big the questions are? Are you able to read in a minute of time?
No, the first 60 questions, I was getting a few of them a little
Bigger?
bigger. And if the question was smaller, the answer was big. If the answer was smaller, the questions used to be big. So that's how they mixed and matched. In 26, first 60 questions, they kind of showed all their skills of how to torture a person. So, and I felt that, and then again, success story helped. Somebody said that uh, first 60 was tough, second 60 was very
Easy.
easy, third 60 was even more easy. I felt okay, if it can happen once, why can't happen twice? So I was more focusing on that. And
I,
second, and
I'm so surprised with your brain model. Huh? Your brain model is thinking exam questions, parallelly running the success videos.
uh, that's a that's an adverse effect of uh, not not learning things in the deepest model. I'm not a guy who do it at the grassroots level. I always try to relate to an examples and see that,
Nice.
like in the a stakeholder, like in you have this word called personas, right? The
Right, right.
virtual fictitious people around you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Fictitious
So
character. Okay.
fictitious
Nice.
characters.
I feel you are a good candidate for my psychology study. I can use you as a.
Yeah, I can do a brain test. Yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay, okay. Just for fun
And
on that.
60 for me, actually, the first 60 questions, as I said, it was very tough, Sriram, and but I really didn't give up at that point of time. I say I still have 120 to 120 balls to play, and anything can happen at the last ball.
Hmm.
And that's exactly what happened. And the next 120 question, next to 60 questions, I was damn sure that I'm going to score at least 50 marks out of it,
Hmm.
because that's how the questions were. And
Hmm.
even the next 60 questions, I was also very sure that this, out of 60, I'm going to score at least 45 to 50 minimum. That's
Hmm.
how the questions were. It never felt that it is very complex and it is something very tricky. I don't know whether it was really simple or I felt it like that, but I felt the next 120 questions was very easy to handle, and
Oh.
I spent more of my time
Hmm.
in and checking myself. Am I reading the question? How can this be so simple? Something is there. I'm not missing. And then I know that answer, but still I was thinking why the other three are wrong, wrong, wrong. Okay, let's go and pick it, even though I was sure that that was the answer. So that's how it
I,
happened.
yeah, it's not only with you, Yashwanth. I heard from some people also. What happened is the moment you see a very easy question, the doubt starts coming up. Is it
Yeah,
easy? Some key is that I'm missing it.
yeah, yeah. But fortunately, all of them turned out to be easy, and the key is like Sriram. I think the mocks test. I think and follow you whatever you guide
Yes.
us like. I think
Nice.
once you do that, you can just easily get to the exam and happily clear it.
Perfect. I like the word happily clear it. Okay,
Yes.
that's great. So the last 40 seconds before you click that button for the success, how was your heartbeat?
Heartbeat literally first 60 questions only. It was paining like here. Today morning also I was telling my wife that should I go to doctor and check it. No, no, it is only stress. That's what I told her. She only told me that it's only stress. But first 60 only, it was very like it's a very
Oh man,
awkward situation for me.
do like that,
Uh,
man.
you know,
I'm so
uh,
worried.
you know, it was absolutely. And I went in the break, had water. Uh, it was early in the 4 o'clock means 5:15. I took a first break in the morning.
Right, right.
It was early in the fresh. I sit in the balcony for 5 minutes, came back, and it was normal only. But I
Um,
could realize that it was purely a stress. Uh,
Maybe you could
that's
breathe well by the time
yeah,
deep.
yeah, yeah. And I was little tensed as well approaching the
Could be.
exam, considering. And the day before also, I was watching. Is there any storms going to be happening? Like and it was raining and everything.
God,
So
man, you did weather report check, huh?
weather
Then
report checked also. Yeah,
EF, enterprise environmental factors, you're checking everything around.
absolutely, absolutely. I was literally at the moment. The reason why I took it for 4 o'clock also, that same reason. No external influences actually.
Right, right. Got you. A lot of stuff at your side. I understand the stuff happened. But again, I usually recommend people sleep well the previous night. But since it went early morning, you have to wake up because a good sleep needed before the exam day. That cool down your nerves. But you know
Yes.
what? The day before the exam only you won't find sleepy. I tell to all the candidates when they come call me, please sleep. But the next day after clearing exam, they'll tell I slept only 3 hours, Sriram.
Yes, absolutely. And after long time, I had this kind of experience. The anxiety,
Yeah.
the I think I still remember. I cried when I had my 10th class results
Oh,
because
oh.
that time results used to be in paper,
Newspaper will come.
newspaper. So I used to first saw the third class section. Oh my God, not there. Second class gone case. I am not even there in second class. I was going to my home and I was crying. And by that time, my uncle already bought the paper and told me, "Did you check your results?" I said I failed. Why your number is there? Where are you seeing? It was in the first standard, first class. So I was little surprised. So that
God,
was
you should have checked from the top down order. Huh? You went to
I,
bottom up.
I never checked it in the top row. I always go in the bottom down. So
I think that was a nice period, right? We see results in newspaper. This online stuff is boring now. Just click
yeah,
off a button, you get the result. Those days, it will be like you got to search your number.
and it even follows you. You get SMSs that your result is this. But don't.
Maybe these kids like it, but oldies like me won't like it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, getting to the back here. So now, if you want to give some tips to the people preparing, so what will be your thought?
Uh, I think the first step is stay strong, as the right label. There is not even a single percent of need to get tensed, because this is not a rocket science, and you don't need to be from agile background. You don't need to have be a project manager to be knowing it. All that you need to do is have a plan, have a study plan, be a part of a group like ShriLearning, and so that you will automatically get through the flow.
Right.
There's a group of people going and they will take you automatically. And from the learning perspective, I think the books, I used only two books, three books actually: the Agile Practice Guide, PMBOK, and Rita. So Rita, PMBOK I used to go fully thoroughly. Agile Practice Guide fully. Rita, I used just give an overview, not deep study, not all the exercises. But one thing I want to suggest is in the Rita, you have these small boxes which tells you the tips and tricks trait for the exam questions.
Yes. Yes.
I personally found that those entire reading entire chapter is one set, and reading that box is one set, because that box definitely gives a lot of information to the overall understanding and
Right.
how should your mind be prepared for
Right.
reading the questions and other things. So these are my and your of course this relearning videos. I attended the class. I missed two classes actually. I couldn't do because of the traveling, but I made sure that all the recordings I've seen it fully, right? All episodes. Yeah,
Good. Good.
so that was really helpful.
Great. That's good to know. Super, Yashwanth. I think that's real good information today. And I appreciate your time to come up on this late evening hours. I know it's a busy office day for you also. Thanks for coming up here.
No
And
problem. And just one mention
Mhm.
about the Rahul Gupta, I think, yeah, he's been an amazing support, and I should really congratulate you to be able to have that kind of a support team.
Yeah,
And really, I would say that he's the biggest asset. There were many times where I asked him very silly questions, but he used to say, "Nahi sir, aisa karo, aap aisa karo," and I was feeling, what is this guy? Because there was so much of discussion in the group. Sometimes I'm not a social media guy, so I check only once in a day of WhatsApp or something. So I used to miss certain very good information, like whether it is mock test or something like that. And I used to ask him, Rahul, ye kya hai? Then he tells me, this is there in the group. I'll re-forward it to you. And he used to send me separately again. Multiple times it happened. If somebody else was there, he used to say, how many times I should tell you? Why you are part of the group? You should have seen it.
yeah.
I really appreciate, even the great Rahul Dravid is get frustrated, but this guy never get frustrated. So that's how it is.
So that's called manage closely the more power interest grid. Yeah, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Key stakeholders, you have to manage them closely. That's what Rahul is
Yeah.
replicating.
I think ShriLearning, like one thing, Sriram, I think you hear about good doctors, right?
Mhm.
Good doctors are not those who give good medicines, who listen to you patiently. That's how your 50% of the problem gets solved. If somebody is a very good give medicine, but he doesn't talk to you for 10 seconds, that medicine doesn't go into your body. Still learning is like that. Those kind of doctors, they might the medicine might not be good, but the feeling you get, right, is, okay, I am in the right place and my stress is gone automatically. That's really helpful, actually. So
Nice to know. Nice to know that analogy looks pretty interesting.
yeah. Yeah.
Good to know. Thanks, Yashwanth, and
Thank you
once
very
again,
much.
good wishes for
Uh,
your success. Yeah.
One last request I have, Sriram, for you. You know, um, in the last one day, I've been seeing it from last time. There are many guys in the LinkedIn I see who are just got certified PMP, but are not having a right job. They see I see them as open to work.
Right.
The label. So
Right.
probably maybe it's no better person than you to have a small webinar kind of a session to discuss purely on the topics which talks about what next after PMP, because you in this year itself you got around 50 plus candidates uh, who are already certified. So probably it would be a good refresher for all of those
Right.
who are already passed. You touch upon these topics in your classes, but that's not the right place. Maybe a webinar from you will be
Perfect.
very, very helpful for all the guys.
Like it. I like this real good idea. Seriously, we can do this because, as you said, in the last few years, hundreds of people or more than that
Yes,
quit.
absolutely.
And either they change a job or they lose a job or they want something to be done more. Definitely, we can take this point. I like this thought. This is interesting. Thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sriram. Thanks a lot.
Great. Keep
Thank you.
talking more. As I always tell to everybody, what you learn, implement.
Yes. Yes.
That's very important. Certificate will get more powerful only when we implement. If not, it's just a paper, right? So now you're going to implement it in your corporate life, in your personal life. I like the way you picked up on doing exercise, foot control, and staying fit and good with the family. So these all good things about the leadership. That's about leadership, right? So start doing more. I'll be happy to see you keep growing higher and higher,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
Great. And good wishes to all the viewers watching this video. I know you all came here to listen to some tips. And Yashwanth touched, I think, all the points. He emotionally touched. He utilized his psychology, used everything factor here in this video.
No, no, nobody can beat you, Sriram. So you're
Okay, leave your comments and likes for his success and give the wishes to him. And let know us what all you like to hear from successful people. And today, Yashwanth put one point, give a webinar on how to successfully be after PMP, the sense of achieving more. Definitely, we'll take this and come up with a session on that. And for now, we'll leave you here and connect you in another success story. Good wishes, keep rocking. Good wishes to you, Yashwanth.
Thank you very much. Thank you.